Sleep is not the brain turning off, it is the brain stepping away from the outside world and turning inward. The body grows quiet, breathing slows, muscles soften, and the day begins to loosen its grip. The eyes close and the room disappears from awareness, but inside the brain, activity continues. Out in the dark, images begin to form. The eyes see nothing, but the brain starts building a world. Many vivid dreams happen during REM sleep. The body stays mostly still while the brain becomes highly active. No light enters the eyes. Still, the visual brain can build faces, roads, rooms, and impossible places. A dream is rarely just something we see. It feels like something we are inside. The brain does not replay the day like a recording. It breaks memory into pieces and lets them drift. A voice may return without its person. A street may return without its city. Dreams often follow feeling before logic. Fear, longing, grief, guilt, and desire can pull the images into shape. Sometimes fear becomes the strongest signal, then the whole dream begins to darken. A nightmare is not only a frightening story, it is fear turned into a place. The part of the mind that questions reality becomes less forceful, so impossible things can enter without explanation. The body is still connected to the dream. A racing heart, fever, or sound can become part of the story. The sleeping brain is not sealed away. It can turn small signals from the world into dream material. So dreams can be strange without being empty. Even wild images may be built from real pieces. Memory may give the dream its faces and places, but emotion will give it urgency. The body may give the dream pressure or panic. Imagination may give those signals a form. If the dreams are made from what the brain carries, they are not just nonsense. And if nightmares are shaped by fear, we need to ask what fear is doing there. So why do we dream? And where do nightmares come from? The question sounds simple at first, but it leads into memory, fear, and the hidden work of the sleeping brain. Sleep helps the brain handle what waking life leaves behind. Some of that work may appear as dreams. Memory is not stored like a book on a shelf. Every time the brain touches it, it can change. The brain takes the day apart. Some pieces stay sharp, while others begin to fade. What feels important is more likely to return. What hurts, frightens, or feels unfinished can come back with force. The brain does not always bring back the event itself. Sometimes it brings back only the feeling. Anxiety may not return as a clear thought. It may return as a locked door. Stress may become falling. Pressure may become a room with no way out. Grief may bring back the dead. The mind reaches towards what the world has taken away. Desire may feel like arrival, or it may become something always just out of reach. The sleeping brain often speaks through scenes. It turns inner states into places we can move through. The brain systems that help us see and feel are active. This is why the dreams can feel like life while it is happening. The parts of the brain that question reality become less forceful, so the strange can feel ordinary. Inside the dream, we still feel like ourselves, but that self is easier to mislead. We run, fall, speak, hide, and reach. The body stays still, but the brain simulates motion. This stillness protects us. It keeps most dreams from becoming real movements. Even while still, the body keeps sending signals. The brain may turn those signals into story. Warmth may become a burning room. Fever may become a sun pressing too close. A cold room may become winter. The body can give the dream its weather. A fast heartbeat may become running. The body's alarm may become a chase. A real sound from the outside may enter sleep. The brain gives it a role inside the dream. An alarm may become a bell or siren. The dream absorbs the world before we wake from it. Even in sleep, the brain tries to connect things. A dream story gives fragments a shape. It makes memory, sensation, and emotion feel connected. But dream stories can shift quickly. A place can change without warning. One person may become another. The dream follows feeling more than identity. A house may become two houses at once. The brain joins them by mood, not by architecture. A single moment may contain years. Childhood may enter an adult room. The brain compresses feeling into image. A small scene can carry a large emotion. A snake does not mean the same thing for everyone. The dreamer's life gives the image its meaning. The image may be strange. The feeling often shows why it mattered. Dreams may help the brain process emotion. They let it revisit feelings in a different form. Even with the body safe in bed, the mind can still approach fear. Some dreams may rehearse danger. The brain can test fear before the body needs to act. Long ago, danger may have been an animal or an enemy. The sleeping mind may have practiced survival. Now danger may be an exam or a bill or a message left unanswered. The body can still read stress as a threat. The nervous system does not care whether fear is ancient or modern. It responds to urgency. A nightmare begins when fear becomes too strong inside the dream. The whole scene turns it into danger. A nightmare is the brain sounding an internal alarm. Sometimes that alarm is louder than it needs to be. In a nightmare, emotion can overpower the story. Everything bends towards escape. The heart may race, breathing may change. Sometimes fear rises high enough to wake us. Waking breaks the dream world apart. Some nightmares come from stress, illness, or poor sleep. The brain does not need a grand reason to make fear. A repeated nightmare asks for attention. It means the brain keeps circling the same fear. After trauma, nightmares can become more fixed. The past returns, as if it has not passed. The brain cannot cool the memory easily, so it keeps returning with force. A nightmare is not the mind attacking itself. It is the mind struggling with alarm. Dreams and nightmares are made from the same materials. Memory, emotion, sensation, and imagination feed them both. A dream may wander through feeling. A nightmare is seized by fear. Dreams come from what the mind carries, and nightmares come from what still feels unsafe. So why do we dream? And where do nightmares come from? There is no single answer. Dreams are made from many sources at once. Memory gives dreams faces, places, voices, and fragments. It does not keep them in order. Emotion decides what feels urgent. It pulls certain pieces forward. The body adds heat, pain, hunger, thirst, and heartbeat. The brain turns those signals into scenes. Sounds and sensations may pass into sleep. The dream folds them into its story. Imagination joins the pieces. It makes a world from the things that do not belong together. We dream because the sleeping brain keeps working on life. It sorts memory, emotion, threat, and unfinished experience. Dreams feel real because the brain uses systems that normally help us see and feel the world. The source is internal, but the experience feels lived. Dreams feel strange because logic loosens. Memory and emotion connect more freely. Nightmares happen when fear becomes the strongest force. The brain turns alarm into experience. They can come from stress, threat, trauma, body signals, and emotional overload. They rise when the nervous system feels unsafe. A dream is not useless noise. It is the mind organizing what it carries. A nightmare is not proof that something is wrong with us. It is fear asking to be processed. If fear is too strong, the dream may return again and again. The brain keeps touching what it cannot settle. The image may not be literally true, but the feeling may reveal what needs care. Do not treat every dream as truth. Do not throw every dream away. Ask what feeling survives the morning. That feeling is a thread. We dream because the mind keeps sorting memory, emotion, and threat. Nightmares come when fear takes command. By morning, the images may vanish, but the mind still has touched what hurt, what mattered, and what remains unresolved. If you like these kind of videos, please consider liking and subscribing.